My name is Jonathan Nelson. I am a guitar player and audio engineer based out of Kansas City. I've put a few videos out here before, but I've never done any talking in them. It's the first for me. So basically what I want to do here is go through one of my favorite pieces of gear, the HX Stomp, and I'm super passionate about people getting the most out of gear that they already have, or gear that is a Swiss Army for them. The HX Stomp has been something I bought basically at release and have used over and over again since. So I'm just going to go through some patches I made. I'll put them all up for download for free because it's just what's already built into the unit. So first, I want to go through, I have the screen recording up here so you can see it. I just want to go through my kind of Marshall-y patch. I'm playing through a DGT. It's just going straight into the HX Stomp. I'm going to monitor with my iLoud monitor so you can, so we're listening to the same thing. These are all going to be direct patches, so they're going to have cab sims on them, and I've just got the foot switches set up for super simple stuff, but I'll walk through each patch and I'll do a little bit of playing, and that'll be that. So I'm happy to answer any questions. Like I said, I've been using this for years, so if you want to see anything more like hooking up an expression pedal or even a MIDI controller, I've done all that. So if you've got any questions, I'm happy to field them, and we'll get started. So here's my kind of go-to just Marshall patch. It's got a super simple, this is my like pedal board phobic patch. So someone who just is used to playing into an amp and really not having that many effects. So we're going to start with pretty much everything in the patch disabled, and it's just got a couple of boosts up front, a delay, going into a jumped plexi, and a 412 with just 2 57s. So here we go. So as you can see, pretty clean. You've got breakup from both channels happening. If I go into the bridge, it's going to dirty up quite a bit. So just enough to get cranking. As we go into the effects, there's an 808 here, so like a tube screamer type. So really gets things moving. There's a EP booster going in. So it's crazy. I mean, that's 3 gain stages right there, and it rolls off just fine. And then I've just got a tube echo on here, so I'll just bring the gain back down so we can hear it just a touch. So just enough there to give some ambience. So with it being in the front, once you kick in gain, you got to be careful with how much it's actually, the mix is in there. That's it for the Marshall one. I feel like you could get through a lot of scenarios with it. I mean, really, that's all you need on most gigs. Going through, I've got more of a clean patch. This is just a Fender kind of tone. So you've got a nice, bright and chimey Fender. I think I just went with the deluxe model. Actually, it's the twin model. And then 2 mics, Classic 57 and 121. There's a few gain stages. I went with the tube echo again. This is still saying super simple. So nothing on right now other than just the room verb. So the DGT has just PAF style pickups, so I'm pushing it pretty hard, just in the front end of the amp. So I have it where, like, going full bore on the bridge pickup will start to break it up a little bit, just that typical edge breakup tone. I'm gonna pause for a minute and tune. Again, the Stomp has a tuner, so super handy. That's it. Net pickup. Switch over to the bridge here. So it's got that nice twin sound. If I kick in an 808, if I split my humbuckers here down the single coils, so you get tones in the vein of no one I'm going to name, but you know, your Stevie, that sort of thing. It's a Fender with a tube screamer in it. You can click on the tube echo in this one too. So you watch the mix there. Just watch the intensity as it will start to break up. Really like the way that tube screamer just breaks up gently. You can swap the tube screamer in for King of Tone type. Really like how that hits the front end on the Fender patch. I'll remind you that is all coming from the Stomp. So like here's what that sounds like DI. Here's what the Stomp on. Doing a ton. I'll take those off. Well, I'll do the stacked for you. Pretty cool. Okay, moving swiftly on to, I labeled this as a jazz patch. So this is just aping off of, I used to have a 77 or a JC 77 jazz course amp when I was in school, and it's just clean for days. I don't need this type of tone much anymore, but I wanted to at least show it off. Like I said, it's been a while. So it's just something to get the job done. I mean, it's a JC, it's clean. If you click on this button that I set up, it's a chorus. So it's a JC, it's a jazz chorus. So it's got a nice stereo chorus built in. Do the 80s tones until the cows come home. That's really it. You can kick it on for jazz. A little bit of that time. I also popped on here a kinky boost just for little solo moments. I was thinking back to my time when I was doing combo stuff, and I mean, they set up an amp behind me, and the variation, like I didn't have a board or anything. The variation was just like use your bridge pickup or your neck pickup. So I put in a boost here just so if you are playing that sort of thing and you need to just pop in for like a little. Like I said, I didn't do jazz for super long, but just something to put you in front of the crowd. So moving on, like I said, a lot of the places I play anymore, I play in church, so I play a lot of modern praise and worship kind of stuff. And this is the only patch on here that is really kind of reaching. Like this is reaching the limit of what the Stomp can really take care of for you. So what's hard is with the 3 foot switches, there's not a crazy good way to get a variety of sounds on the fly. You can see, if I pull it up, you've got the requisite compressor to make sure you're always gunning it. There's clon style, there's a king of tone style, there's a dotted eighth, there is a divided duo, so it's doing like a Fender front end and a Vox front end. And then in the cab section, I'm trying to take care of those 2 styles by having a Matchless H30 on one side and a deluxe cab on the other side. And then you've got stereo delay, stereo verb. So it doesn't take care of your classic like kind of vibrato sound that's coming in to play more. But you could easily make a copy of this patch where you get rid of the dotted eighth delay and do the vibrato, just depending on the song. So here's that. Like I said, it's big. So this is with everything, no additional gain stages, just straight up. So if I kick in an heir apparent just for a little more gain. gives a little more fullness to some of those. The Minotaur is going to be a Klon style. It's going to push you out even further. So a ton of versatility even in the gain stages. Big fan. Okay, and then I have this button set up to toggle from the big stereo delay into a dotted eighth kind of feel. I'll play Rain because Rain by Rob Scallon. It's the dotted eighth song for me. That's enough, right? Okay, that is this patch. I grew up liking emo music and metal, and I still love them. So next one is a high gain patch. Got a few options in here. I will start with what I call like a high gain rhythm tone. This is more in the vein of like kind of a periphery sort of thing. Think more periphery than Metallica. But again, I don't play a lot of that anymore, so it's a little rough. I'll give it a shot. Gonna need to take the volume down for myself here. Hey, tune again. It's fun. I toss an octave down on here just for when you want to get a little crazy. Again, good times. Here is just kind of a lead mode. So good. I just love this thing. It shouldn't be this easy to get tones that good and have them. I mean, it's affordable. I think that's all I have to say and all I have to play on that one. Lastly, this is a pitch shifting patch. So if you want to play anything that is just well out of the range of your guitar, this is poly pitch. It's 5 semitones down, giving you kind of baritone range. I'm going to give it my best shot here. So you can take it even further down. You can also change the EQing. So I'm going to actually take the audio EQ a little further. Okay, and just for kicks, we'll take it down to a full octave. There's a few other modes you can do, like you can have it be fast over stable. And let's try that. It does a little better if you can play slower stuff. If we go a little more caveman, if I go. It's fun. It's a little crazy. Here is more of a little indie patch, so a little bit more like matchless styled, and I went a little heavier on the effects. So this is starting. This is it is a jumped Matchless H30 into a G25 and an H30 from the same cab. I'm not crazy about that. I'm going to take care of it a little bit. much better. So I've got a few effects in here. I've got a Timmy for fun. So as I move through the effects here, again, I did add a rat, because why not? Rat's not my favorite, but it works for that trashy indie thing. Here is a nice tape echo. You can also do the classic feedback thing. No tails on that one because it's crazy. Okay, lastly, there's retro reel on here for fun vibrato stuff. Lastly, I'm going to move on to bass here. Let it be known, I am primarily, first and foremost, a guitar player. I play bass like a guitar player. So I designed this to be really my one-stop shop because I just don't want to mess with bass patches all that much. I have it doing a parallel path, so I've got the low end compressed and nice, and then at the other side going into an SVT. So if I go to straight bridge and pick, it feels like a nice rocky kind of bass. Next, I'm not playing metal, but if I play live with that praise and worship stuff, I do like to have a gain stage available. So I've got the Obsidian 7000, I think it's based off the Alpha Omega by Dark Glass, and it just kicks in a nice gain stage. That's it. It's a bass patch. It works for what I do. And there's a pitch shift as well here if you want to just blow out the low end for something fun. And that is all I have on that. Okay, last on the agenda is an acoustic patch. So I have an old Taylor here. It's a Taylor 710 that I picked up used from Guitar Center several years ago. It's a great guitar. Love to play it. Love how it sounds in a room. I'll give you a couple strums here. So love it. That'll just be the phone microphone for that, but plugging in live, it just has that classic DI acoustic that just does not sound great. So here, I'll give you that. And then now here is the HX Stomp with the DI, or sorry, with the IR on it. So I just think it livens it up a lot. It adds kind of a mic blend. Absolutely a huge fan. I hadn't tried it until like a couple of months ago, and I'm addicted. I will never play without one live now. Next, this just adds really a couple little features. If you really wanted like a 12 string for a specific piece, you could add that here. So it's affected, it is very much a digital recreation, but hey, it does the job. There's also a chorus for people that want a chorus on acoustic. that is it for acoustic. Thanks for watching. So that's just been a look at the HX Stomp. It's one of my favorite pedals. I think it's one of the most versatile pieces of musical equipment out there. Whether you're a bass player, an electric guitar player, an acoustic player, a keyboard player, or even a producer, it is just beyond useful. Just to be able to grab any effect you need at the drop of a hat or to function as a backup rig. So I'd recommend having one in your kit. I am not paid at all to do this. I have bought the Stomp twice myself. I'm just a big fan. So if there's any more content with the Stomp you want to see, or if there's anything specifically you want me to go through, I'd be happy to. Thanks for bearing with me. This is my first time talking on camera in a video, so if there's anything I should do differently, please let me know. All right, thanks for watching. See ya.